Hey Glam Crew, it's your girl Nikki the Glam Teacher. So today I am going to be sharing detailed quotes for my round two. Yes, so I am going to get round two of plastic surgery. The first round I will link in this description box. I had a tummy tuck with Dr. Mannion in the Dominican Republic in April of this. Round two, I got quotes from 4 different doctors. I'm not going to tell you which one it is. So, quotes with Dr. Emmanuel Martin. He's like he's not new, but he's starting to get more popular. He's still a hidden gem in my dictionary. Dr. Manuel Diaz, Dr. Dr. Garucci, Dr. G. Everybody call him Dr. G. It's a father and a son, and this is from the son. I think the son is Jean, and the dad might be Paul. I might have that mixed up, but I'm going to provide the contact information for WhatsApp. And then Dr. Hungara. So those are the 4 doctors that I reached out to. I used WhatsApp to reach out to them. 2 of the doctors, I got them directly. The other 2, I spoke with their assistant. Also, I want to let you guys know that these quotes are based on me and my body. Everybody's quote will be a little different based on if you have prior health conditions, prior surgeries, depending on who your prior doctor was. Some doctors may turn you down because you had surgery with a particular doctor. So just make sure you're upfront and honest when you're getting quotes. That way, when you get to the DR to have surgery, there's no surprises. There shouldn't be, oh, you didn't tell me that you had asthma and now you need to see the pulmonologist. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. To check your lungs out, which can be an additional $200 to $400 fee if you're not upfront. And they may even require something from your doctor here. Okay, so be open and honest with everything beforehand so you can get an accurate as possible quote. Okay, and it's also based on your BMI. If you don't know what your BMI is, it's your body mass index. You need to go ahead and Google that, put in your height and your weight, and it'll tell you your number. Most doctors will be under 35, but I'm going to tell you what these doctors' BMI limits are. My BMI is a 36. I was not recommended to lose any weight from any of the doctors. When you send pictures, you stand up naked, no underwear, no nothing, and you do your front, turn to the side, do your side, turn to the back, do your back, and then do the next side. That's how you're going to send pictures. So be prepared to send pictures and answer a health questionnaire. It's like a virtual consultation. So make sure you have everything ready so that you can get your quote done and in a timely manner. Go through these quotes. The first quote that I have, I'm going to try to break this down as detailed as possible for someone that may never got a quote from a Dominican Republic doctor. So one of the quotes that I got, which was super basic, from Dr. Hungara. I spoke to him directly, and I'll put his WhatsApp number here. I'll put the WhatsApp number right there. And he didn't ask me a lot of questions. He just said, what procedures you want done? I sent him pictures. I told him I had a tummy tuck in April with Dr. Mannion. I'm sure he took that pre-assumption that, okay, maybe she doesn't have any prior crazy medical history. Her hemo is in check. Her health conditions, if she does have them, are under control. So she's pretty much a good candidate for surgery. Maybe that's why I didn't get a questionnaire, or maybe because I didn't talk to his assistant. I don't know, but he didn't ask questions too much. I sent my pictures and I said, hey, I'm interested in getting lipo, full body lipo. Well, not full body, just my abdomen, my upper abdomen, my flanks, love handles, the sides, and my full back. And then I want a BBL. Now, I don't want like a full big blown out BBL. I have like butt dents that I want to get filled in. So it's going to be like my natural shape, but just projection. A lot of females will say, even some males will say projection. It's still a BBL. So he told me $3,500. I said, okay, thank you for your time. Now, that $3,500 is US, and it's probably just the surgery, basic anesthesia, your surgery equipment, your first faja, and your night at the clinic. That does not include medication. It does not include an overnight nurse. no recovery house, no transportation, none of that. So when you're getting quotes and it's just, oh, $3,500, don't just think that's all you need. That's not all you need, including your flight there. You need more than this $3,500, okay? But so I calculated in my fees, okay? So my fees are like labs, medicine, faja, tips, transportation, um, based on my last experience, personal friends experience, other doll experience, and I've calculated that that'll be like an additional 1,500, and that's including a recovery house for 10 days at $75 a day. And that is the average cost of recovery houses, about $75 a day. Now you can get some recovery houses for 65, and I've seen some up to $90. Okay, so with that additional 1,500 plus the $3,500 that he told me for the surgery, that will be my cost for if I went with Dr. Hungara. So with Dr. Daniel Marte, I'm gonna put his phone number right there. Oh, and did I tell y'all? Make sure you like, drop me some comments, ask me some questions. I will get back to you, and definitely subscribe to my YouTube channel. Okay, I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. That's my goal for the end of the year, 1,000 subscribers. So subscribe, share this video, help a sister out. Okay. So Dr. Emmanuel Martin, my quote for lipo and BBL was $4,500. His deposit is a $500 deposit, and you have to put that deposit down to secure your date. And the way you send him a deposit is through a website called Voom, I think. Voom. Um, but yeah, so his is $4,500, and that includes 10 days at the recovery house. If you have any extra days that you need to stay at the recovery house, it's an additional $85, and it's paid directly to the recovery house. That amount includes basic blood tests, chest x-ray, echocardiogram, I believe that's the EKG, y'all, and cardiac evaluation. It includes medical insurance, which is nice because a lot of doctors will charge you an outside $200 for medical insurance. So his medical insurance is included. It also includes your anesthesia evaluation and your anesthesia. It includes your overnight nurse, your COVID test, basic post-op meds, 8 massages on the areas that you got lipo, your first faja, your driver, extra evaluations or tests like a hematologist is an additional cost. Patients that are diabetic or have thyroid, and you might need to see an endocrinologist. My pronunciation, pray for me. If you need to see those specialists, they are additional fees. Now, he doesn't list what exactly those additional fees are. A different doctor in a different quote that I will share listed the fees, okay? And I'll tell you all in that quote. So, excuse me, he also mentioned that the price is good for 6 months. That was all his quote was. He did give a little bit more information about how to pay your deposit. That's about it. And then at the bottom of here, I put in like my personal extras. I went to do an oxygen chamber treatments, and I want to do five, 2 before and 3 after surgery. The oxygen chamber just helps with oxygen circulating through your body. It helps with bruising. It helps with your breathing, and just overall a good deal for quicker and better healing. And those are $100, and it's not included anywhere in this quote. Now stay tuned, because the next quote I'm going to share, it has that included. So let's go to Dr. Garucci, y'all, Dr. G. So I'll put Dr. G's phone number right here, and this is for WhatsApp. So his quote was $4,800, and that includes routine lab work. That's your hemo testing, pregnancy test, urinalysis, your STD testing, so basic testing. If you need to see a specialist, that's not included. It does include your Um, basic meds. It includes your anesthesia, the procedure. It includes the cardio exam, 7 days in no 10 days in the recovery house, and the medicine package is only for 7 days. Some doctors may recommend that you do antibiotics for 7 through 14 days. So with this quote, you may end up paying a little bit more out of pocket for extra medicine. And then he also said things not included in this is medicine like creams or heparin shots. Heparin shots can be expensive. I want to say when I had my first round, 10 heparin shots were, I got heparin shots and two things of cream like for bruising and some powder, and that costed me $189 at the pharmacy. So it just depends what pharmacy you're going to, if they're delivering it or not, but those shots can be costly. So remember when you're getting your quote, the extra fees that might be in it that you'll have to pay out of pocket. And if you have any questions about, well, how many days of medicine will you give me? Or if I buy heparin shots from your office, what is the cost of it? Ask those questions and make sure you have it written down in text and keep your WhatsApp thread. That way, if you need to bring something up, be like, hey, the price was this, da da da, you can work it out. So this quote does not include insurance. His insurance is $230 and it covers you for the first 30 days post op. It only covers you for the first 30 days if you have a complication. And that's while you're in the DR. Okay? And it covers up to $17,000 USA. So you're covered for up to $17,000. Now, if your complication costs more than $17,000, it's going to be costing you out of pocket. If you leave DR and go home to the US, Canada, wherever you're from, and you have a complication, you're not covered because you're not in the DR. That's only if you're in the DR for the first 30 days, okay? And it does not cover overnight nurse, COVID testing, your second stage faja, compression socks, blood, oxygen, and massages. Now, remember the second quote that I did with Dr. Marte, and it said it was very detailed for the most part, and it went over what it included and didn't include. It didn't say anything about blood, right? For the most part, most doctors in the Dominican Republic is going to require that you put down $200 through $300 for blood in case you need it, and they need to have the money up front so that they can get the blood from a different place. Now, some doctors don't require it up front, but you should have it. When I had surgery, my doctor said he required it, but they never collected the money or asked for it. I'm not sure if it's because my hemo was a 14. So more than likely after surgery, and I was only getting one procedure. I was only getting a tummy tuck, one cut. So with one procedure and hemo at 14, it's very unlikely for me to need blood. So maybe that's why they didn't ask for it. Now let's say I was getting my breast, a BBL, and a tummy tuck. I'm not even sure if they can do that still under the new regulations, but let's just say that was the case and my hemo was only a 12. Then they probably would have collected that $300 for blood just in case. In his quote, he was a little bit more detailed with recovery houses. So the 10 days included in his recovery house package was Healing Beauty, Surgery Hotel, Royalty Suites, Sea Mermaids, Lizzie, and Recovery House JM Spa Med. Most of those recovery houses are $75. Royalty Suites is $90. Healing and Beauty and Surgery Hotel was $85. I don't know much about those recovery houses. I stayed at Roycio Ortega. They are the best, and I plan to go there again. $85 a night. He does not work with patients that have lupus, hepatitis, or HIV. Also in his quote, he said to stop aspirin, weight loss pills, and if you are diabetic, stop taking your metamorphin 6 weeks prior to surgery. All right. And he didn't say in a quote how much his deposit was, how long the quote was good for, none of that. Dr. Manuel Diaz, I'm going to put his number right there to contact him on WhatsApp. And his deposit is $300. Your quote is good for 1 month. and the deposit is good for up to 1 year. You can reschedule your date up to 3 times. After the third time, you will have to pay another $300 deposit. He accepts his deposits through Zelle, Western Union, MoneyGram, Wells Fargo, any type of way you want to send it, he getting his money. So his first package is a simple package. It's $3,500. That includes your surgery, the surgery equipment, anesthesia. It includes your overnight in the clinic, your first post-op garment, monitoring. That's monitoring and curing post-op. Your blood work, basic blood work, X-ray, EKG, 10 massages. Now his full package is $800 more, $4,300. This is US. And with this package, the difference between the packages is recovery house, transportation, and meds. So you get everything that I said in the simple package, plus you get transportation. You get 8 days in the recovery house, and you get basic meds. Now, when they say transportation, don't think they're taking you to the grocery store to get your massages outside the recovery house. No. Transportation includes they pick you up from the airport, and it has to be SDQ, Santo Domingo. You can't fly into Santiago, Punta Cana. I think those are the only ones. But you can't fly into those. You have to fly into SDQ, and transportation is picking you up from there to the recovery house. When it's time to go from the recovery house back to the airport. And I'm not sure how many clinic visits you get, but when I went before, I got my consultation, I got the first post-op appointment, and that was it. So 2 visits to the doctor and round trip to the airport was transportation. Outside of that, you need to find either a private driver, which I say that might be a little bit more reasonable. It'll cost less than the recovery house drivers, who are going to charge you an arm and a leg. And then there's Uber. Uber is very safe in the DR, and it's a lot cheaper. So I would recommend using Uber if you don't have a transportation package well, you might not even know where the recovery house is in the beginning. But like me, I'm round 2. I know where the recovery house is that I'm going, so I'm going to be using Uber for the most part. I don't need all of that. Let me get back to the quote, and then we're going to talk about that. The full package also includes your meds, post-op meds, which he stated it's 7 through 14 days supply of antibiotics, the omeprazole, which is like Nexium or Prozac here. It's for your stomach, protection on your stomach, anti-inflammatory. It includes 10 days of heparin shots, a light pain pill, your vitamins, and a sleeping pill. There is a mandatory $200 insurance. This covers you up to $15,000 US, which the quote with Dr. G covered you up to $17,000. And for 30 days, there was no day limit on this. If I knew I wanted to pick this doctor and I just wanted to question and know for sure, I would ask him, how many days does that insurance cover me for? Especially if I'm planning to stay there that long. Now, if you know after day 12, you out of there, don't even worry about it. Don't bother. With him, your quote is valid for 1 month. Your BMI has to be under 35. Your hemo has to be over 12. No prior health conditions. If you do have diabetes, you need to have it under control and bring documentation from your US doctor that is under control and being monitored. Other fees, additional fees, if you need to see specialists, he says the prices are $200 for each specialist. Additional massages, you will need to get doctor authorization from him, and they are about $25 through $35. If you want a pain pump, you get a 4-day supply at $250. Oxygen chamber is $100, and this what confused me, $100, but it's included with insurance. So if it's $100 and the insurance is mandatory, why are you telling me the price of it? Because it should be covered within the insurance. So if this was my doctor that I'm going with, I would question him just so I I have a clear idea of what it is that I'm going to be paying for and what to expect. And then he requires $250 for blood. So that is the breakdown of your quotes. Most of your quotes will be something similar to this. You need to know there's going to be additional fees, so don't take that main number that they give you and just say, okay, I'm good. Unless this is your second round or so forth, or if you don't have any prior health conditions, you're not a smoker. Smoking includes hookah. If your spouse or someone in your household that you're constantly around is a smoker, that's secondhand smoke to you. You probably should get your lungs checked out and just make sure, because you're getting exposed to cigarettes and smoke on a daily basis. And especially if you're getting a tummy tuck, it's going to be harder for you to breathe. You want to make sure you're okay, all right? If you do hookah, you need to cut it out. I say if you're a regular hookah smoker, you need to cut it out like 2 months at minimum before surgery, just to have a better outcome. Now for me, I don't plan on getting like the medication package or transportation package or massages. I just need the surgery. Now let's say I go with one of these basic options with just the surgery at the $3,500, but some of these did include recovery house and still some massages. I have a place that I want to go to, Elite Day, for my massages. They are $20, I believe. 20, 25. Best massages. That's where I'm going to Uber to get my massages. I plan on using Uber. Now my first day out the hospital, out the clinic, those first 3 days, I'm going to use the recovery house drivers, and I know they're going to charge me a lot. But outside of that, I plan to use Uber, which is going to be more than half the price that the recovery house drivers are going to charge me. Also, for the creams and medicines, I can get a lot of those antibiotics and stuff here from my doctor and bring it with me. I still have cream, testicle powder, bruising cream, massage cream, arnica, all of that from round 1. Use and bring with me. I'll just have to get heparin shots. Oxygen chambers, those are $100. I know some doctors said it's included with their insurance, but I'm going to let them know, like, hey, I plan on getting oxygen chamber treatments. Is it included or not? Just so I can budget how much. My first round, I just like estimated and said, look, $10,000 altogether. Even coming back and post-op, I got my faja. My second stage faja was $140. I still have both of my fajas. Now, towards the end, instead of me getting my fajas like cut, I kept some of the material so that I can add it back if needed it. So I won't have to go get a whole new faja. I have 2 already. I'm glad I listened to Nana, because she was like, you're going to want to get round 2, so do this with your faja. And thank you, baby, because you're saving me some money. I don't have to go get no new faja, unless I want to. Compression socks, I still got my compression socks. So I just went overboard with surgery last time. I was buying up a lot of medicine and stuff, and that's why I have it now. Some people did offer to buy it. Now, if you know for sure you're not going to get round 2, then sell your supplies. I didn't sell them because I was still on the fence, and I'm like, some of it is open and used. Even though I used a little bit, I don't feel comfortable selling this to you and it's like been used, even if just once or twice. If it was somebody like a close friend, that'd be different. But a stranger, I don't think if something is open, you should be buying it from strangers. Yeah, so I'm trying to figure out which doctors I want to pick. But there go my quotes. I'm gonna be making a decision soon, and drop me some comments, y'all. Let me know, like and subscribe, and thanks.